Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
The left foot of Italian-born kicker Giorgio Tavecchio ready to get us started. And we are underway on a Monday night. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The throw complete here to Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Safe. Check safety. Check that down.
Here's Carr. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Get on the quick right here. Watch 30. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
That'll set them back 5. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Ready.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, Freeman. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the 1st.
So the goal is at least a 1st down here, right? Pick up a 1st down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Switch out.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Royce Freeman, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Block will try again on second down. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Again, it's Locke. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 31, check 31. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Locke to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. In the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be...
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
On second down now, Richard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
On second down, here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Carr now on first down. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
This is similar to baseball, where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Pass incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They look to throw. It's Locke. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes, because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Now a man open open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play action. Now it's locked. He'll let this go deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Freeman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 62 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And that one makes it 14-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You better be ready next time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun on third down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Go to 90 Wolf. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Block now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now to the air. Rock. Gets it off to Freeman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend. And that is touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant there to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Carr now to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
70, Indy.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Lock now on 1st down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Man left, man left.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Again, it's Carr. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
On 1st down, Locke. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Locke will try again on 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Packers who were able to come in and win this one on the road. 13-7, your final score. Next, we head off to check out another game. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Matt Breida, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Chris Carson, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back. For quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
What we got? What we got?
To throw again on second down. Locke is going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He was brought down by Eric Harris. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The throw taken in by Cole. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So out come the Raiders. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Carr. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Carr gives to Rashard. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. Watch tight end. Out. 3 down. Out.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Now let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Carr completes it, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, it's Freeman. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Locke flushed out right. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set, 60 on.
Double dog. That's the way. What?
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On play action, Locke sliding out of the pocket. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is the tight end Fant. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Max Crosby, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Richard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, Richard. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Richard. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now they'll throw with Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Locke. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong...
Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 2nd and 10. Locke, he's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
What's up?
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Hey, watch the delay.
On 2nd down, Richard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Scarborough. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We're good.
Now a handoff to Richard. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hold on.
56.
To throw his car. They'll roll him out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends on the Jalen Richard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Drew Lock and the Broncos. Down 24-14. A little under a minute to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Here we go.
To throw is Lock. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to throw. Lock. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Lock to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. And the Broncos first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Raiders, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.